alive. You're a human being. Probably, most likely, if you're listening to this, you're likely a human being. And yeah, you're alive. If you're listening to this, it's most likely you're alive. So, just wanted to catch up with everyone a little bit, talk about things, whatever is of the most interest. And I'm sure somebody's going to jump on here, probably. I mean, it's a Friday, so I don't expect much or a lot, let's say, but what does that even mean, really? I don't even know why I'm saying that. But yeah, I was gonna get the guitar. Next time I'm gonna bust out the guitar, man, and I'll play a couple little tunes or something, do a little shindig, put on a little entertainment. But I hope everyone is doing well. I hope really my energy, my mind is like, I want people to do well. I want people to do well. That's where I'm at with all of this stuff. And if you can help people when they need help, that's cool. And if you can't, that's cool too. Like, for example, my good buddy Mike is getting out of federal prison. He got out after many years. He was, a drug dealer, and I met him at one of the programs. After I got out of the Supermax, I went into this program, this residential treatment, personal growth and development program. So I was a mentor there. And I met Mike. Mike was first my mentor, and then I became his mentor, in a way. We just kind of, I don't know. What is mentorship anyway, right? But, yeah, we're just hanging out, but he's getting out, and he's getting out a lot earlier than he thought he was. He told me that he was going to get out in October. So, we started planning to go pick him up when he gets out of prison and carry him to the halfway house that he's going to, and kind of, make something of it. And then, he just called and he said, hey, I'm not going to be able to do October. I'm like, what? Did they set you off? He's like, no. They're releasing me next week, June 26th. He's, a week away. He's gone. He's out in a week. So, can we, I would love to be there. I would love to be there to pick him up and to, just to see him again after these years. Since 2015, Mike and I have been tight. And he was out of prison ahead of me. And then he ended up going back in for new charges. And he got like 12 years and, drug bullshit, distribution, whatever. They bust him in Salt Lake City with, I don't know, whatever the paperwork says. But anyway, he's a good dude. And I'd love to pick him up. But, I was planning on really making a segment of film out of that. But I don't think there's any way to get that funding. I wish. I wish. Anyway, that's where we're at. But I don't see a lot of people showing up for this live. And we've been, 5 minutes, 34 seconds. That's not very long. Somebody will show up. I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of bad stuff, perhaps. Yeah, I can't catch that right now. Can't catch that right now. Pete, I'm doing it live, Pete. Can't catch you, bro. I'll catch you later. Eventually, I'm going to guarantee that eventually one of my peeps is going to show up here. What does that button do? What did I do? What did I do? Retouch what? What am I going to retouch? No, I want to do some trying to get a little bit of financial support for a docu-series about what I'm doing on the property. That's what I'm trying to, I'm trying to get this together to the point where I can promote this it's a series of artistic endeavors. But I've got to be able to make the right kind of connections. Who is that? Who is that watching? All right. All right, man. All right, here we go. Here we go. Spirit of New Orleans, man. Love you, brother. Love you. Unless it's, I'm sorry if I misidentified. No, I think it is, brother. No, I just want to, I want to build it out a little bit. It's going to be a memorial to my son who passed away, died, meth and fentanyl overdose on top of a storage shed in Colorado. Months before I was released from prison. So, and it was just, I remember going down a couple weeks after I learned of his death, and, I went down to the front of the unit, and I was, the executive staff would come in and walk around like once a week. And so one of the AWs pulled up on me and he said, he said, I'm sorry. Heard about your son. He said, Powers, he said, I don't know. He said, it seems like That's a last kick in the ass. Because I had just gotten word, I had just, after all of those years and years and years of fighting every day. I mean, every day. And, just doing this legal work, this paperwork, just really just taxing the system and fighting for change. I mean, that's what I was doing. Not that I was, look, I'm not saying I was innocent. I wasn't innocent. I was guilty as fuck. What are you talking about? I didn't commit no 28 bank robberies, but yeah, I was definitely, hey Alex, good to see you, man. I was definitely, involved in a few bank robberies and was convicted rightfully on those charges. The sentence was it's quite excessive for what I was convicted of, but I ended up spending nearly 33 years in federal prison. Most of it at the ADX Supermax because of my escape history. So now I'm out from under the thumb, so to speak. I mean, is anybody really out from under the thumb of the so-called authorities? I mean, what are we looking at now in this new America that's coming online? Who knows? Who knows what this scenario is going to look like 10, 15 years down the road? Am I right? I mean, who knows? But, we're just trying to do our thing. I'm just trying to live my best life. I don't feel like all that time that I spent inside was wasted. But now I'm feeling more and more like I have to push forward with what I'm about, what I'm trying to do. It's, it's coming to more of a pointed motivation of what I want to accomplish. And I just want to get people, like I say, I'd like to get a little bit of support for the project that we're doing down there. And I'm going to be putting some paintings together. I'm going to be playing some music. I'm going to be going out on basically on a fundraising tour. I'm going to have my little books. I'm going to have maybe little handmade items that we can put together. We like to work with wood, we like to work with leather, we like little artistic type pieces. Yeah, I'm gonna do these 3 abstract pieces. I'm gonna do them on the property. I'm gonna film it while I'm painting them, and I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. The boards. It's really nice wood. It's on a wooden board that I'm going to do it. I'm just going to spray them first, a little bit of a light gray, just to put that primer coat down, and then I'm going to go with the acrylics. And my knife, my spatula, or in this case, paint scraper. So, but I'm just going to try to channel some of what I'm thinking and feeling and what the property is giving me at that moment, if anything. But that's what I'm doing for that project. I'm going to try to auction them off. I want to go on, I don't know, maybe Patreon, or maybe I offer prints of, give somebody a choice of the 3. But they're done. They're going to be done on this. It's about, I don't know, maybe 20 by 36. It's a panel, and really nice wooden panels. They're Google panels, right? They were in the Google dumpster over there where I get pallets. You'll see all the pallets on the property. When I show you the property and when I jumpstart this, when I kick this series off, you're going to see everything. So I'm going to try to get that jumped off relatively soon. I hate to say a specific date, but there will come a time when we will have everything lined up and ready to go. So I'm trying to make those things, I'm trying to make everything happen. There's a lot of events compressed into a fairly short time, but I'd rather have a lot of projects and stuff to do all the time than, I don't know. I'd probably rather just be sitting on my ass, but I'm not, and I'm not going to be able to. So I'm gonna push forward and I'm gonna keep promoting our main programs, which it's just personal growth and development. It's basic, simple technique about how to live your best life now. It's about empowerment. It's about empowering people to realize that they're responsible for themselves and giving them knowledge and understanding about how they can make choices and which choices are how to know which choices are going to be the best ones. So there's also a lot to that, but we continue to promote those programs under our nonprofit, and we don't. Jane takes a small salary. It's mostly reimbursements. I take zero. In fact, I take zero. Let's just leave it at that. Because part of our creed, we're not supposed to talk about if we talk about things that we did, like we're bragging about it or something, then we don't get we don't have the proper understanding of why we're doing it. It's kind of, blurring the focus. But it's all good. I mean, we're trying to forge forward, and we're going to. But I'm going to put those paintings together, and then I'm going to figure out what to do with them. I might take them with me. I might begin a little bit of a cage tour. I might start putting that sound system back together. My time recently has been spent fighting these neighbors who just came out of the blue, and I don't know still if the neighbors have some type of harassment campaign or whatever. But I mean, the good thing about being within the law is that you've got solid footing. You've got a solid defense all around you. Hey, yeah, you can't touch this. So that's the benefit of the law, and staying within the law is that you've got the protection of the law. You're on solid footing, and these people are trying to run us off 2 or 3 different ways. I had to go into court with them. I had to, they came at us in such a way that it was like, whoa, what the fuck is this all about? Jesus Christ, we just bought this little piece of land. there's certain things we can do with that little piece of land uh, that are as of right. You don't have to have a permit to build a fence. You don't have to have a permit. It's zoned residential agricultural, and we're building a little bit of a memorial, a little bit of a retreat, a little bit of a monastery, or whatever you want to call it. It's a place where we can go from time to time to find peace and serenity and just be at one with nature. And I'm hoping to have a place for our little pups. They got to go with us. They got to have a sweet place. I'm going to build them out a little bit of a spot, right? It's going to be almost like the size of a cargo trailer. I might even put it on wheels, just to meet county code or whatever, but it's going to be a big ass doghouse is what it's going to be. And our pups are going to live in there, man. They're going to have outside access too, in a controlled area. But yeah, it'll just be streaming 24/7. It'll be about their lives, how they interact, how we interact with them, and, but mostly it'll be just about their lives, because, man, I'm telling you what, these dogs are characters, man. Wait till you see these guys. Wait till, these are celebrities. These pups are something. But yeah, it's all great, man. It's all good. We're going to build this out and have some fun doing it. We have to take the good with the bad, and what the fuck am I saying that for? No, we don't have to take the good with the bad. You know what we do? We consider it all to be good. Everything. That's what we do. Consider it all to be good. It's all good. Then, yeah, you can see the opportunity instead of the malfunction or dysfunction or oppression. You see an opportunity, and that's way better, man. There's opportunities in everything, and for as long as we're here in this world, for as long as we're experiencing this human life, we're gonna have sorrow, man. We're gonna have extreme sorrow. I mean, I was talking about my son earlier, and I was down on the property just 2 days ago, and I just broke down. I just started, missing him so much, and just saying, my heart was just breaking, because for so long it's been hard for me to express the really deep felt grief that I feel about that loss, and there's a lot of reasons for that as well, and a lot of that comes back to me, comes back on me, and I feel a lot of responsibility there, or all of it, really. But again, if I look around, then I see these tragedies that are happening all over the world. All of these people being fucking blown up and shot and murdered. I mean, what are we doing? What is this about, man? Come on. What the fuck? We can't be doing... No. Hell no. No. You can't be doing that shit. No way. No way. Now, there's situations, I understand, where You've got somebody that's really on some kind of a maniacal twist that's saying, hey, if you don't believe what we tell you to believe or do what we tell you to do, we're going to kill you. I don't think that's what the United States of America is about. I don't think that that was the spirit under which this country was founded. I studied this shit for years and years and years. Can't tell me shit about this. I mean, I wrote books about our forefathers, manuscripts. So yeah, I think you're right. I think the spirit of liberty, of personal freedoms, I think that's, the glow of that is, it's kind of being put out. The light of that spirit is being put out little by little. Yeah, Texan. I agree, man. Human life, but you think about it, human life is not the ancient masters of wisdom. These are people who just sat all day and were just with their breath. And, their perception became such that they understood certain things. You can call them truths, but it was, I think, more than that. It was more like a wisdom thing. But they understood that this human life was only temporary, was largely based on common animal instincts, and was a mess because of the pain and suffering that's inherent in human life, including old age, illness, suffering, and death. So, for us to expect that this is going to be easy or this is going to be something nice, that was never in the cards, right? The facts are, we're all going to die. None of us that are alive and interacting right now anywhere in this world, none of us are making it out of here alive. Physically, we're going to die. So we're only here for a short time. We know what we should be doing in order to respect one another. And that has to start with one fundamental principle, I think. And that is, we all have to have the same value. You can't say one person of one color, or one nationality, or one culture, or one belief system, or whatever, has a lesser value than someone else. Because the minute you say that, the minute you think that, the minute you do that, everything starts falling apart. Everything starts starts feeding back into that animal nature of territoriality and violence, physical violence. What other animal species on the face of this earth creates the murder and mayhem that mankind has created amongst themselves? Doesn't make any sense. We're not advanced. We're not the advanced species, Homo sapiens. Are you kidding me? But here's the thing. The masters of ancient wisdom realized that human beings have another gear, a different gear. We have rational mind. We have this other degree Yeah, no, that's what it was. That's what it was. Spirit of New Orleans. It was, and I did everything up front, that I was supposed to do. I talked to the neighbors. I talked nice to them. I told them what we were doing. I even sent emails and put letters by their mailboxes, not in them, but by them. And, I thought everything was cool. And then all of a sudden, here they go. Here they go, making these really dilatory, really kind of, all I could think was that this was like a real example of the entitlement class. They consider themselves to be above other people who are not in their class, let's say, or whatever, in their sphere of friendship or business relations or wealth or whatever. So yeah, they were just, I thought they'd be cool. I thought they'd be, I was like, yeah, they'll love this project. They'll, no. And to be fair, I think that they had gotten used to that part of their neighborhood being undeveloped in any way. I think they just got used to it. And I think that they just, they had previously fought off others who had little tiny pieces of land, by whatever means. And they thought that they could do the same, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. I don't hold grudges. I don't have a grudge against them. I mean, if we have to go back into the court, then we'll go back into the court. We'll do it again. We'll go back into state or federal court, and it's going to come out of somebody's pocket somewhere, because we're not in the wrong. And it's all good. I mean, it's all good, man. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this up, because I've got other stuff that I've got to be about. Look at those hands, huh? Those are working hands. So, synthetic testosterone craze. Today's American male is nothing more than a hall monitor. Yeah, you guys, you men, peace, man. Hope you have peace and wellness and strength in your hearts and souls to do the right things and to power through and to keep on keeping on, man, no matter what, because we're just passing through here, man. And I think we've got to just raise up our own personhood. We've got to be invested in ourselves. We've got to learn what capabilities we have and how those can be developed in order to become the best human beings we can possibly be. So with all that being said, same thing, man. Respect. Thank you, Spirit of New Orleans. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to end this somehow. There.